there, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Cyberpunk Red. I am your game master, Johananon.
And I'm Casualty CDG, but you can call me Gary. And tonight I will be playing the part of Montana Jack Calloway, a lawman from the park, just outside Night City, a trailer park I grew up in and now police. And I've got myself caught up with these two.
My name is Kevin, and tonight I will be playing 3 and a third, a corporate sociopath exec, who was kicked around from orphanage to orphanage after his parents were murdered, until he finally ended up in a sort of government megastructure orphanage, where he honed his sociopathic skill and persona.
And I am Matt. I'm going to be playing Brett, a artist who is avenging his parents who were killed in a bombing in his war-torn home.
Excellent, excellent. So, everybody, check what's up. Yeah, so last time, where we left off, our intrepid little party of ragtag goobers kidnapped a drug dealer to question him about this new street gym that's been hitting the market and killing people in the park, a trailer park on the outskirts of town. Where we last left off specifically, the door to the shitty hotel room that you guys were torturing this guy in exploded. And through the smoke, you see three figures. You immediately see three figures. But before that, we're going to do a little history lesson.
Ah, look at that. He starts with a cliffhanger, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it takes talent. From this point, break up the 7 states. From this point, the old USSR begins a new era of reapproachment within Western Europe. By the 2000s, the Neo-Soviets are the Euro theater's most powerful allies. And then after that, Euro Space Agency launches the Hermes space program. There's like a bunch of stuff. But that is where we will leave it this week. Tune in next week for more history lessons. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah. 3 2/3 calls out. I wouldn't stand by that door if I were you. Very calmly. And then Montana jumps out of the way as the door explodes behind him. And yeah, several figures walk in. Well, they more aggressively than walk. They jump in. But all of you get a react.
As soon as it started, as soon as the door kicked open and the smoke started, I fired up my cyber implant eyes, and I can infrared vision, so I can see clearly through the smoke. And to me, this does not seem like a welcoming committee. So I'm going to draw my revolver and start firing.
Absolutely. Do you take cover?
No, because I'm not sure they can see through this smoke as effectively as I can.
With your infrared, yeah, I guess you wouldn't be able to tell. But yes, so that's what you're going to do. What about you three?
I'm gonna go ahead and take cover by very heavy pistol.
Hey everybody, thank you in the chat. I was turned down for some reason. I think this is better now, but yeah, they could hear me. I was just sucked. So you're gonna take cover a little bit. Okay, you're gonna get behind.
But pull out my very heavy pistol.
Absolutely. Just
in case, because I mean, if they came in firing, obviously it's on. So
but they pretty much they come in firing. A little more. Sorry, they're telling me to turn my stuff up. It is now all the way up, so that should be good. You figure I'd get better at this stuff eventually. And you, Brecht, what do you do?
I would like to. Was I near the the prisoner when this happened?
I would imagine so, since you were the one that was shooting his legs off.
Cool, great. Then, yeah, I'm gonna grab a hold of him, flip him down, and use him as cover. Maybe return fire.
There are rules for this. You can grapple him and use him as a human shield.
That is what I would like to do.
Yeah, there are actually rules for that, and it's kind of hilarious. I was just looking at them.
Nice.
Okay, everybody, roll initiative.
Oh.
Got a 7. Got an 11. And a 17. 17.
Montana Jack's ready to go, baby.
3 1/3 is a little too calm this time. But yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. We're going to go ahead. Montana, you are at the top of the order.
I will yell Night City PD, but I know they're not going to respond and I start firing.
Absolutely.
That's right. It's going to be 2 shots. So as they, yeah, that's super helpful. So as they pour through the door, my eyes light up and I can see them clearly through the smoke, trying to find us, trying to target. And I pull up my revolver. Night City PD! Boom, boom! And just shoot the first guy twice.
Yeah, you do shoot the first guy twice with those high rolls. Go ahead and roll damage twice.
10 and 11.
A 10 and an 11. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Montana Jack coming out the gates blasting, man. I don't know if that guy's okay.
No, he's not okay. 1 second, actually. He has... I lost my page, man. He's wearing armor. They're all wearing armor. You can tell. You can hear it hit the armor. But what was the first hit?
The first roll of the first damage.
Damage.
It was 10.
10, and then the other one was...
11.
Okay. So the way... I've been looking at how armor works, and it's pretty cool. When you do damage through the armor, you actually weaken their armor. So that guy is now easier to damage, even within the first 2 shots. The second shot actually hits less armor. Got my little notebook here.
So that's kind of cool. As you take armor, the value goes down a little bit.
The value, it's true for you guys as well. Oh, I did go to the right page. I don't know. Okay. I got this, guys. But yeah, so he's going to, his armor, I guess I shouldn't tell you what it is, but he does take damage. He's going to take that much, and then he's going to take that much. You hear the first one hit something kind of like a katunk, but you hear like, ah! And then the second one, you do not hear a katunk so much as you hear, but you do hear it go through. The second bullet penetrates all the way through his body. And then...
after that, I will take cover.
That's fair. You are allowed to do that. What do you take cover behind? Whatever you say is there is fair.
I'm actually gonna go further back into the motel room and duck into the bathroom.
Okay, you're gonna like jump into the bathroom. That's a good one.
That way I can peek out from around the corner and trade fire.
I was wondering if one of you was gonna do that. So now the smoke is starting to dissipate a little bit. You can now see that they are tiger claws. They must have followed you. 2 of them look, they're holding Uzis. You can tell by the plugs coming out of their guns that they are smart linked weapons. They have them plugged into their arms. One of them, however, is not holding a gun. He is holding a melee weapon, a sword. And he seems very, very calm. It's your counterpart, 3 1/3. But yeah, so...
I knowingly look at 3 1/3 on my way past him, like, yep, that guy's covered.
They call out something in Japanese. And the guy that you are holding, Brecht, is you can see him shaking his head and like arguing in Japanese. I don't think any of you speak Japanese, do you? Okay.
Nope.
Well, they're gonna open fire.
Oh no!
So, yes, I believe you don't have to try to dodge it, Brecht. I know you can, but you can just use him as a shield if you want to. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll just use him as a shield.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to do their damage.
They're just totally hosing their friend with Uzis.
So yeah, they just you can tell that it's on purpose. They light him up. They just hose him and kill him. He's dead in your arms, but he does, now that he is dead, he provides a number of cover points equal to what his health was in life. But he is dead as shit. You just you can feel his death throes in your arms. And then Brecht, those two guys went. Now it's your turn.
Cool. I want to return fire to one of the guys with the Uzis.
Absolutely.
Cool. 13.
That is they are between 0 and 6 yards away. So a 13
You know, most real life gunfights are between 0 and 6 yards.
is really?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're actually mostly within 6 feet.
Jesus, that's
It's like
terrifying.
85% of real life shootings are within 6 feet.
It's terrifying. But yeah, so yeah, you shoot and you do hit. Very heavy pistol shoots once, right?
Right.
All right, so go ahead and give me that damage on this guy. Are you aiming for the one that's already been hit or the other one?
Yeah, I think probably the one that's already been hit.
Okay, that guy's been tagged twice. So go ahead and give me that.
11.
11 damage. Okay. So this ever-changing armor is a little hard. I'll get better at it though. So 11 damage, which means that's the most damage he's taken so far. Him through the chest, and you see blood come out of his mouth. Just immediately, you get him like right in the lung, and you can hear his lung deflate in his chest.
Oh no!
Yeah, he's like, and he like he goes down to a knee. He's not dead, but he is he's very injured. And then it's gonna be this last guy. He's gonna come in, and he is going to, let's see, 3 1/3 is behind like a table. Montana's in the bathroom. I guess you're the most obvious target, Brecht. So he's going to come at you with his sword. Are you going to try and block these attacks with the dead body?
I don't know how that works. What does that look like?
It looks like him like slashing this dead body until it's not of use as a shield anymore.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that.
It is possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, he very easily hits this giant shield several times.
Oh, they did not like that guy.
Mr. Swiss Cheese Man.
His sword goes through the body, like right by your face, and you like hear him whisper into this dead guy's ear something. And it doesn't sound pleasant, but yeah, he'll back up after that, and he'll look at you with his sword. He has his sword like pointed up behind his back, and he has like one hand in front of him, and like he's like in like a lotus stance. I don't know. I'm not a kung fu expert. But it
looks dope, is what you're telling me.
It looks dope as shit. Mm-hmm. A couple birds come out of the bathroom and fly.
Oh, hell yeah.
While he's standing like a flower.
Yeah, there you go. He's in his flower
the lotus stance.
You don't want to be anywhere near that thing when it blooms. Yeah, so 3 1/3.
So, where is everybody in relation to me?
In relation to you, I imagine you kind of in the center of the room behind like a table. So one of the guys is dying by the front door, but he still looks like he might shoot again. The other one is just standing by the door, ready to go. And then this guy is he has moved past like where the bed is and stuff into like your little sphere of distance, and he is right up against Brecht.
Gotcha.
It's not a very big room. It's actually kind of terrifyingly small.
So, how am I limited here? Am I able to shoot at the guy attacking Brecht and also swing my sword at him because they are both one-handed weapons, or that takes more attacks than I have?
So the rate of fire of both of those things, I believe, is 2, right?
The very heavy pistol, I think, is only 1.
Oh, you have a very. So you're gonna have to choose 1 or 2. If you had
Gotcha.
a smaller pistol, you could do 1 and 1 kind of thing.
I don't know the rate of fire on the dart gun.
Ooh, the optical dart gun.
I think it's going to be 1. It probably just has 1 dart.
It probably just has 1 dart.
Yeah, yeah, that's what makes the most sense. I think I saw on Reddit somebody said it had 2, the rule book, and it doesn't make a lot of sense.
You can shoot someone with your like.
But also swinging the katana.
Well, let me. You know what? Let me check for you. Let me check. Let's see what page is cybernetic stuff on, because that's a very specific rule, sir.
It is.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
I'm digging through and looking for it too. I might be able to help.
I should be more learned in the ways of Cyberpunk Red.
Oh no, we're all here to learn together. On Fresh Out the Box, we always cover and teach new tabletop role-playing games. It's not the same old Dungeons and Dragons that your mama played, baby. So we have no problem taking a quick pause to all learn the rules together.
It's only episode 2, guys.
That's right.
I mean, we still do this on Warhammer, and then we're on episode like 15 there.
And really, anybody at any tabletop will probably bust the rules out and check the rules. I mean, if you don't, then you're just flying by the seat of your pants, which isn't wrong to do.
Honestly.
It's not wrong to fly by the seat of your pants. There's a
well,
fun
I mean,
and
you're
improv
probably
to it.
not playing rules as written at that point.
That's exactly correct.
Ooh, no, I am not there. Okay. But yeah, no, the dart gun is actually a thing that I wanted when we played, but I didn't have enough points left over.
Yeah, I had to spend a lot because it takes up all 3 option sockets on the cybernetic eye.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to buy an eye just to get maxed out by the dart gun. But you can coat it with like a biotoxin, they said, so it sounded worth it. And it penetrates very heavy armor, so I was like,
yes,
why
it
not?
does. I actually just looked at what biotoxin does earlier. So I know how much damage it does. The only thing that's in question is its rate of fire.
The damage is what, 2d6? Is that correct?
The damage is 3d6, and it ignores
Gotcha.
armor.
It's a single-shot dart gun exotic weapon concealed in the eye.
Okay.
So it's got to be a one shot.
Yeah.
One, because you can't fire more than 1.
Yeah, so you're going to line up your eyeball. Who are you shooting?
Well, that depends. Am I able to swing my katana as well?
I do
Or,
not believe so.
Cool. I'm gonna go with the katana swing then.
You know what?
And I'm gonna.
You know what? It doesn't make sense like that you have to use your eye shot and only your eye shot because you're just looking at somebody and blinking. So yeah, you know what? You can do both.
It may be some type of bonus action, right? It's from his eye.
I feel like
Dope.
that's fair.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use the dart gun to shoot the guy that's attacking Brecht
Okay.
in, like, right below the back of his kneecap.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna swing my katana for his neck.
Alrighty. So first we're gonna do a. He is fast enough to dodge shots, but you're gonna go ahead and give me a shot roll here, a ranged attack roll, dexterity. I'll still allow it to be firearms, because I mean it's kind of a gun. He's going to try to dodge.
So you need a what kind of roll?
Just like you're shooting your gun.
Like a handgun?
Yeah. Did you roll a 21?
Yes,
Damn.
indeed.
All right, so you see him try to move. He hears the noise of the psst coming from your eye, and he reacts to it very quickly, but not quick enough, and it hits him. And then you're gonna go ahead and do 3d6 biotoxic damage, ignoring all armor, which he is wearing very slim armor. And on this, after this, when you're doing your sword attack, you get a +1 bonus.
Very nice.
Because
So
Captain Grimley gave you a boon.
Oh, dip!
Thank you, my captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
He's my captain. Dart gun 9.
That's the damage?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
That doesn't seem.
Well, it's
great.
doing a weird roll there. I think that's the wrong roll. Go ahead, just type in roll 3d6. It'll probably be higher.
Gotcha.
Because that one, for some reason, gave you... Yeah, let's see. This
13.
one gave you 0 + 0 + 6 + 1d10 for some reason. So yeah, 13 unnegatable damage straight to this guy. You see him kind of start to sweat a little bit. As you can kind of see a little bit of it trickle up his face, like a little bit of black veinage. Biotoxins are nasty. Then you can swing your attack. Your first sword attack gets +1 to the overall result.
Gotcha.
And he will...
E.
He's going to sword fight you.
It's a low. I might be in trouble with the other psycho. Looks like hit for 7.
7. No. To attack. You gotta roll to attack.
Oh, why didn't it? Sorry.
For some reason, that's damage. Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
So that 15, that's gonna be a +1 for a 16, and then you're gonna do one more that's a regular attack.
Okay.
Unaided. It looks like it's another 15. So that first one, you're going to go ahead and do that damage. You hit nice and good. The second one, he gets his sword up and blocks it. But you do that first bit of damage. 14 damage. Alright, so that does... It's going to hit his armor. But it is going to exceed his armor, so it will do damage to him. And then it weakens his armor. So he's taking a total.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty. Yeah. You cut him pretty good, and you could tell that hurt. He grimaces. He breaks his calm facade and grimaces at the pain. And then, Montana, back to the top of the order, sir.
I'm going to lean out of the bathroom and see what's going on with this sword guy here getting tore up from the floor up. Looks like that's covered. I'm going to look at the guy over by the door and then lean back into the bathroom and put my shotgun against the wall and fire a slug through the wall and hit that guy at the door.
So, I will let you do it, because normally you have to go through the cover's HP, but it makes sense what you're doing, so I will allow you to do it with a penalty to the roll. We'll call
Perfect.
it -5.
Fair.
It's not quite as much as aiming for the head, but it is difficult.
So I
minus
rolled a
5.
20 and
will be a 15.
Makes that a 15.
Which passes the first 2 tiers of difficulty there. So, yeah, you'll put your shotgun against the wall. Boom! You'll see it hit him. How much damage are you going to be doing with this slug hit?
22.
22 damage! Wow! So, yeah, that's going
to... I rolled 3 6s, man. That's the 666. That's is that a thing in this game?
No.
I don't remember if that's not a thing in this.
The number
play
of the
so
beast?
many games,
No, that does not add.
No, I mean crit high dice on damage. Isn't there some kind of damage rolling the high dice over and over? We played so many games. Maybe it's something else.
Yeah, I think you're thinking about raises from Savage Worlds.
I could be, and I could also be thinking about, what was that fantastic horror game we played by the Minzy brothers? Shiver. I'm pretty sure Shiver, something good happens when you roll 6s.
Something bad can happen, too. But yeah, so you did 22. That's big damage, minus his armor, which he has not been hit yet. So... Man, I gotta do so much math. Alright. And then his armor is -1. So yeah, no. So you guys all see the shotgun shell blow through the wall right into this guy, expertly placed. Hits him right in the plates, just right through his chest. And he's ugh. And then I believe Brecht gets to go. Or was it? No. They go, then Brecht goes. So yeah, that one guy is going to the one guy that's like bleeding out of his mouth. He's gonna like suck it up, and he's just gonna do. These bullets, you can tell, they do correct midair because of his smart link. So he just has to put you in the box, and then it'll hit you. He's gonna aim for the newly uncovered Brecht. You can dodge these now.
I got 20 for evasion.
20 for evasion. Roll it a second time.
17.
All right. So, you just kind of make yourself small as you see these bullets shoot around his friend and aim for you midair. It's quite the thing to behold, and it's kind of scary. But you keep your cool and you get out of the way just in time. So he just and you misses. The other guy that is not almost dying is going to shoot up the wall that he just got shot through. So, I guess he's gonna hit the wall. Let's see if he can destroy the wall. Because you did 22 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that hurts your cover that you're behind. And it's just like paper thin walls, so it has like 30 health. He gets through that with his first da-da-da-da-da. His second da-da-da-da-da is against you.
So that one I can try to dodge.
Yeah, all of a sudden you see a hole, like he's like da-da-da-da-da, and you see a hole and he's looking at you, and you see him pull the trigger.
I peek down through the bullet hole like, uh-oh, and then get down, jump down. Evasion. I rolled an 18.
He rolled a 17. But he has a smart link, so defender gets the tie though. Dude, so you barely get out of the way. That you feel the wind off of these things as they pass right past your body. And then it's Brecht's turn.
Awesome. Let me think. Yeah, I think. I'll just shoot. I'll shoot the guy that has the sword. I want to shoot him.
The guy with the sword, absolutely. He's very close to you. He's
awesome.
right in front of you. So you're going for that first difficulty tier. You do. Oh yeah, he's fast enough to dodge. So he's going to be rolling against your 16.
Gotcha.
He also gets a 16, and the defender gets a tie. So you put your gun like right next to him and pull the trigger, and he goes like this, just turns sideways, like right past it, man. It's
right.
really cool. And the birds fly across the camera again. And then it's his turn, so he's going to hit you with one of his hands with an open palm to try and break your stance. This is going to be a contested brawl check. So you make a brawl check, he makes a brawl check, and whoever has the better brawl check wins.
Yeah.
What's up, Brawl?
So he puts his hand in your stance, and you break the wrist. You're just like whack, and you knock it away. But then he backs up and he comes in like this, and he swings his sword at you. That's going to be your evasion.
18.
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah. He cuts off some of your hair, just, like right past your head. He almost scalps you, but he doesn't scalp you. Then 3 1/3.
Definitely gonna have to go with another katana swing to Sword Boy.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
First one's a 12. Do you do another one?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Where's that? There it is, 13. Not much better.
So the first one, you stab for the head, and he just like his nose runs across the entire length of your blade, and just like it leaves like an oil smudge. Like you almost cut his nose off. And then he knocks up your sword, and then you come back in, and he just blocks it, and he comes back ready to strike. But yeah, he does deny you. But
now my sword is pregnant.
Yeah, your sword is pregnant.
Because
Hi,
he
Connor.
knocked it up.
Because yeah, he knocked it up. He knocked up your sword.
Without a shadow of a doubt, that's absolutely what you said. So now you're gonna have a baby sword.
That is what. Yeah, that's how short swords are made.
It's first he'll be a dagger,
A dagger, and then a short sword.
And if his mother's not around, or he'll be a bastard sword.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh god, I like it a lot,
it.
and I want to dwell on what we're talking about right now. But let's move on. I really like it though. So you guys just had a cool samurai fight. Montana.
Mm-hmm.
It's all you, boy.
Oh man. So that leaves basically the one by the door. The one on the ground who shot at me last time. He's all bloody. Does he still have his finger on the trigger?
His gun is pointed at the ground, and you see he's just trying not to pass out at this point.
Okay, good. So it's just the one guy by the door, and these two are taking care of Sword Boy.
Yeah.
I'll sling my shotgun over my back and run out and tackle this guy through the window.
Okay.
16 brawling.
He does not get out of the way.
Perfect. So I don't know if you and I are seeing the same thing, but I'm imagining like a no-tell motel. We're on the second floor with the crappy rail.
Yeah.
That's like, not tall enough to keep anybody from falling over except for a toddler.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm imagining.
Yeah, can me and this guy go off the balcony? Can I spear him onto a car? Is that
Yes.
a thing?
Yes, you can.
Okay, perfect.
1000%.
That's what I want.
You're going to take damage, but yes.
That's okay. I think he'll take more.
He will. He will absolutely take more. So yeah, you guys go through the window, and you go right over this balcony. Go ahead and make an athletics check to land correctly. He will do the same.
I rolled a 15.
He rolls really well. You see him kind of turn you midair, so you guys both hit side by side instead of you landing on top of him. He does turn the tables a little bit so he doesn't die. But you guys both hit a car. Brr, brr. And you see some guy, some like shirtless guy. You can tell he's naked from the waist down. Looks out the window of the thing and just goes boop boop. And then he goes back to smoking crack.
I hold up my Night City PD badge when he looks out.
Yeah, you see him take a rip off his crack pipe, just looking you right in the eyes. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this does a 3d6er to this guy, and I'm gonna let him you roll it.
Great. I would gladly roll the 3d6er. For a total of 13.
Alrighty, he's gonna do a 2d. You did extra because you're the aggressor, but he's going to do a 9er to you. It is going to be, it does go through your armor. So if you have armor, it is reduced.
I have armor. I have 11 armor.
Which means that your armor takes the whole impact.
Okay.
You are not touched. But he is, how much did you say you did?
I did 13 to him.
13. This guy already had reduced armor thanks to Brecht. No, thanks to you. You shot him, didn't you? One of you shot him. It's fine.
He's
13.
been shot. We lost track of who shot who.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, when you hear his ribs break when he hits the car, and you also hear a pop of his lung exploding. But yeah, so this guy's like, and then yeah, Brecht, you see this happen, and then it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna run outside, and I want to fire on the guy that just fell, that Montana just took out.
Absolutely. As you run outside, since you are less occupied and you're not toppling over a balcony, you see some cars pull up. They're pretty cool looking cars. They look like racing cars with a certain Asian flair.
Ooh, do they have dope, like, black dragons on the side? Maybe some Japanese characteristics, different neon-colored lights that match the cars, and some dope-ass rims?
Yes.
How much gold do they have on those cars?
A lot of gold. There's gold, there's black, there's all kinds. It's very cool. They have some 3D designs, some animated designs. Yeah, it's very, very, very cool. But yeah, you see the tiger claws pull up to this hotel.
Ooh. I'm going to shout, guys, we got to cheese it. And can I still shoot at the guy that's down there?
Yes.
Cool. Attack. Ooh.
That's a crit. That's that green crit color.
So yeah, go ahead and roll that damage.
All right.
That's that
12.
big 27. So yeah. Yeah, so with that 12, I'm going to make it do extra damage, but you don't need it. You shoot him right through the chest. And Gary, this guy next to you just dies. He's dead.
Perfect.
You watch face to face as the light leaves his eyes. But you hear your friend from above call, "Hey, we got to get out of here." 3 1/3. It's now you and the swordsman. He is going to come at you with some sword attacks here. He's going to try to break your stance with his hand first, though. So that is a contested brawl roll. So pretty much you just make a brawl roll.
He's trying to get me with that 1-inch punch.
He is trying to do something very specific. I learned about it today, and I'm excited to do it to somebody.
He's probably gonna do it.
Oh no,
Okay, so
that's the red color of a botch.
He hits you, and he just breaks your stance. You're completely off balance. And then his sword's going to come in on you. This is a normal defense roll evasion. A 22 evasion. So that's really good. He almost hits you. He breaks your stance, and then he comes in, and you just kind of go with the falling backwards and stumble. And just kind of... And I don't know if you have a mustache, but if you did, you don't anymore. And now it's your turn.
Well, quite the situation I have found myself in.
It's a pretty good fight. It's been pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, and I would be more than willing to continue, but Brecht did mention that we do in fact need to cheese it. So,
yes, the entire
wondering...
front of the hotel is covered with tiger claw at this point. It is too much to fight. But then you hear the fortuitous sound, and the entire room kind of shakes a little bit. Burr, burr. You hear a train coming behind you. And that's when you realize that the bathroom overlooks this the raised monorail system.
Gotcha. I think I'm going to go ahead and make a dive for the window after looking at my counterpart and telling him that this is far from over.
Excellent. So this guy's going to get a name now.
Nice.
I have created a son.
Yeah, sometimes you don't kill people and they come back.
Did you name him Yakimatsu?
Nah, I'm just going to name son of a bitch for now.
Okay.
Modest Yahoo?
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, he's not so modest, Yahoo. But yeah, so you're going to go for the subway?
Yeah, that monorail.
Absolutely.
Via the window.
Is it a train, a subway, a monorail, or like a what is it?
All three of those things are almost the exact same thing.
Well,
yes.
No, because some are underground and some are on rails above town, and some haul freight.
So I looked it up to see the train situation because I wanted this to happen, and it used to go above and below ground, but the below ground all got fucked when the water tables got fucked up in Night City. So now it is just an above ground, but it is decommissioned in the time of 2077 when the video game takes place.
Interesting.
So you guys exist in the only period where there is an above ground train.
Well, we would be assholes not to get on it, wouldn't we?
I mean, not really, but you guys do whatever you want. You guys all hear the train coming.
Yeah, I'm going to run for the train.
All right, so you're both up there, and you guys both run for the train. Gary, you're on the bottom level.
Mm-hmm. I sit up off the hood of the car and dust some of the broken glass off of my back. I shake it off, and then I run into the crackhead's apartment and kick his front door in and go out his window.
He just watches you the whole time smoking crack.
Mm-hmm.
You see that there is a passed-out woman in there, and there's a jar of peanut butter, and just, like, it's all bad. Everything in there's bad. There's, like, a clown mask. I don't know.
It seems all right.
Yeah. They're on spring break. I don't know what to say. But, yeah, so...
No judgment here, man. They didn't invite me in, so they weren't ready for guests. It's not my fault. Not their fault.
You run through, and then that's when you see that there is one of those access ladders over by the to get up to the train thing. So you're going to climb that. The other two, you guys are going to give me athletics checks to jump on this speeding train.
Got a 16.
16's not bad.
13.
13's not very good.
No, it's not.
I forgot to remind you guys beforehand about luck points. But don't forget you have luck points. Let's see.
I may want to use some luck points.
You know what? I will let you use a couple right now.
Can I?
forget. I should have reminded you guys because it's a lot to keep track of.
Oh, are they something I have to do in advance?
Yes, normally.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it then. I'm just going to lose a
All
finger
right.
or a toe.
Yeah, you're gonna. So, Brecht jumps off and you land right in between two cars, like you're supposed to.
Nice.
3 1/3. You jump and you do not do that. Give me a athletics check to not fall 2 stories.
You
You
about
can
to see
use
me
luck
fall.
points before you roll if you'd like.
Yeah, you can use luck points now.
Unless you're interested in falling 2 stories from a building. Hey, man, there's only one way to find out, right?
You never know, man.
Yeah, my athletics are not very good. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 luck points.
2 luck points. So this roll, whatever you roll, will be +2.
Any crits? Any crits it?
So with the crit, you grab on instead of, and you just go into a window. You are now in the train.
After running on the side of it like a fucking gang.
Pretty much. Yeah, you're like, you like grab onto like a rope and you run along and then you land inside of it. And then that brings us to the detective. You climbed up this ladder. That train's fast though.
I'm gonna grab on and hope I don't yank my arm out of the socket.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about too.
Yep, wait for a well-timed handle and reach out and grab on. 15 athletics.
15 is the targeted number here. I was calling this one the one above every day. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of hard to jump onto a moving J train.
Yeah, I was calling this one
L
difficult. 15 is a difficult difficulty. So, hey, boom, look at you guys. Look at you go. You guys are all on this train. And then, let's see.
I take out my agent and text Levite. I let him know that there's been a change of plans and not to pick us up at Quick's anymore. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, not at Quick's and not at the motel.
Yeah, you give Levite the update. And then... choo-choo, motherfuckers. And then you're the last one on, so you notice a 4th person jump onto this train. And then a 5th and a 6th.
Are they Tiger Claws?
Yeah.
Shit!
Is one of them our sword-wielding friend?
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah, he can. He has to be a persistent type. Otherwise, he's a terrible bad guy. So he jumps on the train after you guys. They're not happy that you kidnapped one of them.
Yeah, but we're not happy about the drugs they're throwing through my neighborhood. Or the
They didn't
stolen
even-
funds.
They didn't even like that guy, and they schmurdered his ass.
It's about the respect. But yeah, during your interrogation, you did uncover him hoping that you wouldn't let slip what he was doing to the Tiger Claws, because they didn't know he was selling this stuff. So with, your deductive reasoning, you can assume that they weren't happy about it, and that they killed him on purpose. But yes, train scene. So, Brecht, you are first up because you were the first one on the train. You land in between 2 cars. To your right is the front of the train. To your left is the back of the train, where you presume your friends are going to land.
Cool. Is there like a bunch of people on this train?
There are some people. It's not
Okay.
packed, but it is the middle of the day, so there's at least 10 people per car, at least.
Okay. And how far are we from the next destination?
The next stop
Yeah. Can I deduce?
could, if you use a streetwise check.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
That would be streetwise.
19.
Next
19.
stop is
Yes,
the
you
Abbott.
got probably about 5 minutes.
Okay.
You do know that I'll say you know it's about to go into a tunnel.
Interesting.
I'll give you a little bit of inside knowledge. I like the streetwise check. That's good. I like that.
I want to get to wherever an emergency brake is.
They should be in each car.
Cool. Then I want to run to the nearest emergency brake, and I want to. Can I like ready a shot? And wait, because I want to pull that brake when we're in the tunnel.
Pull the brake when you're ready.
Actually, yeah, I'll pull the brake for when we're in the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When you go inside the train car, you see 3 1/3 pop in through the window. It looks like it looks like gravity changed in accordance to how he was oriented, as opposed to vice versa. It's really weird. But yeah, he lands like a cat. Honestly, it seems like a computer glitch. But yeah, 3 1/3, you see Brecht, and he is standing by an emergency brake. It's one of those. It's like brake in case of emergency, and it has. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Assassin's Creed Barton.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you. But yeah, it's a brake in case of emergency. Red handle behind some glass, and you're standing by that. And then 3 1/3.
Can I shout something at him? I see.
Of course.
Cover me third. Yeah.
So, the 3 guys that jumped onto the L train, are they visible?
We'll give you the same orientation. So to the right's the front of the train, to the left is the back of the train. You can see all the way down the train through the windows, as per usual. We'll say the train's at a bend, and then when your turn starts, it straightens out, and you can see all the way down, and you see the only one that matters is the guy you were fighting from before.
And he is how many cars away?
Probably about 2. He's 2 cars back.
And he is towards Brecht or away from Brecht?
Away from Brecht.
Gotcha. So I'm going to pull my katana and square off and then look over my shoulder and just kind of nod at him.
Absolutely. So you stand there ready. And then we get to the detective. As you're looking at the other guy through the thing, you see a head poke up of one Montana as he pulls himself up this train.
Ugh. So
I'm so glad
I
nobody died doing this.
Are they are the bad guys in between us, or are they all towards the back of the train?
All towards the back of the train. But
Great.
you only see the guy with the sword.
Okay, I also only see the guy with the sword.
Yeah, but you know that there are 2 others. You're the only one with this information.
Oh, great. There's 2 more further back on the train!
Yeah, you do. You hear him, yeah.
Since I'm probably closer to the sword guy, and I see that 3 1/3 and the sword guy were in the middle of a stare down when I walked in the middle of this. So I'll actually trade places with 3 1/3. I'll start walking towards Brecht, and I'm assuming 3 1/3 starts walking towards the swordsman.
You're going to go into the car that Brecht's in now. And then 3 1/3, you can do what you wish at this moment.
I'm going to go all the way to the end of that car, but stay in the car and kind of guard the door.
Okay, so you stand by the door, and a Montana moves past you into this car.
Mhm.
I want to retract. I've got, they're called scratchers. They're essentially like gangster-ass fingernails. I would like to kind of retract or extend those around, like while I'm gripping my sword, just as a second means, but only on my left hand.
So one hand, you have your scratchers out on the other.
Yeah, I got both hands on the blade, but scratchers out, kind of in a loose grip.
That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, so you guys are now all in the same car. And you see this guy approaching very purposefully. In the car you are in, you are not alone. There are 10 other people in here of varying backgrounds. You see some corpos. You see a security officer, but he's off duty and out of shape. You see some people with groceries, and you see 2 children. You guys are free to do with this information what you wish.
The tiger claws aren't monsters, right? They don't just open fire on.
You know that they absolutely have a code. They are, as far as gangs go, they're really not that bad.
Yeah, like if this was Maelstrom, they might be like ripping the kids apart on purpose.
Maelstrom would kill the children just to upset you.
Exactly.
Tiger Claw wouldn't, probably, but they are still in the line of fire.
I want to shout for them to move towards the front of the train.
Absolutely. Give me a persuasion check.
The classic Liam Neeson move.
Yeah. Ooh, 23.
With absolute authority, you command everybody out of the train, and they all head towards the front of the train. They can tell the situation is tense immediately. But that is a very high roll. Even the people that would have hesitated, like the rowdy people, don't want to be here anymore. With a 23. 23 is very good. And then, yeah. After that, you see the sword guy stand at the door. In between you is the open space between cars. And he looks at you. And then he kind of looks up. Like at the ceiling of his car. And that's when bullets just start ripping through the ceiling. So, how do I want to do this? I'm gonna have it be normal. I'm gonna give targets and I'm gonna give attacks. So, first up, Montana, you're gonna get attacked by these people through the top of the car.
Got it. Do I have a chance to evade?
Yes.
I have a question real quick.
Yes.
Since I readied that emergency brake,
Yes.
can I just pull it once they...
As soon as they start firing, you are free to pull it. You are ready to do so.
Cool. Awesome.
But they still fire.
Right. Cool.
And that's kind of hilarious, honestly. But yeah, so Montana gets lit the fuck up by automatic fire. Your armor is 11, you say?
Yes.
It is now going to be 10.
Got it.
And you're going to take 7 damage.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought. Okay, I can survive this.
Yeah, you can survive it, absolutely. So yeah, you take 1 hit to your armor, and then you feel the smart bullets target your weak spots. Just boom, boom, boom. And then the other guy is going to target Brecht. And that is when Brecht will pull the brake. But first, you can try and dodge this if you want to, Brecht.
Will that make a difference with the readying of the...
No.
The
I'll just say, like, you just press up against the wall or something, kind of, so you're still in position.
Nice. I got 18.
An 18. Man, oh man. So, you see the bullets hit Montana, and then you hear doo-doo-doo, and you just step back instinctively. And the floor where you were standing gets blown to shit. It looks like a cheese grater now. But now, you are free to do what you would like.
I'm going to shout, hold on tight, and pull that emergency brake.
Absolutely. That's not going to require a roll on your part. You've already done all the requisites. I'm going to see if they eat shit.
Gross. What a weird time for a snack.
So yeah, they were gonna need to roll pretty high to avoid this, because that's pretty intense thing to do. So you just you hear ah, and you'll just hear them hit the roof and roll. And then 3 1/3, you will see one of them roll off the back through the window and straight plummet straight head first off this thing to the ground.
I'm gonna look at that for a second and then look over at Brecht and then just give him a smile that only stretches to one corner of my mouth.
Absolutely. The guy that's watching you, he's gonna see this happen and realize that he's kind of by himself now, and he's going to go out the back of the train, or attempt to live to fight another day. But yeah, do you try to stop him? Three and a third.
Who's 3 1/3? You're the closest one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you wish to attempt to do anything to this guy as he's leaving? Or you're just going to continue your stare down?
No, I've already got my weapon drawn, so I'm going to go ahead and try to swing at him as he's fleeing.
Okay, so you pursue him. You'll enter the other car with him.
I'm not able to just from where I'm at?
No, he's because there's doors between you. You
Gotcha.
guys are just
and
kinda,
they're open?
They are open if you wish them to be. Now.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot at him with the very heavy pistol. And
You
can
can
I
do
pull
that.
it, though, if I had
Absolutely.
my katana out? Cool, I'm going to try to shoot him right in the ass. Well, I'm not calling that. Never mind. I'm just going to shoot at him.
Yeah, you shoot at this guy through the windows. You can absolutely do that from where you are. So go ahead and give me that.
Cool.
We're going to call it the second tier of difficulty here, distance-wise. There's a lot of weird numbers on there, but I see a 20. So
Hey, that's right.
let's see if this guy can try to dodge it, but I think he has to crit to do that. So yeah, he does not crit. So you hit this guy. Go ahead and do that damage.
And the very heavy pistol, to confirm, is 2d6, is that correct?
4.
4.
Yes, sir.
Well, hasta la vista.
Yeah, you shoot him with pretty much a Desert Eagle.
Oh, damn!
14.
14 is going to be big damage. So you see, as this guy flees, you hit him. You see the bullet go through his chest and blood splatter on the wall. And he'll stagger noticeably. And he'll look over his shoulder and he'll just kind of, instead of going out the back like he was going to, like a cool guy, he jumps out the window. He says, "Fuck this." And
I'm going to
yeets
yell
himself
after
out the
him
window.
that this is still not over.
Oh, you're going to chase him?
No, I just want to yell after him
Okay,
that
yeah.
this still
it's
is
still
not
not
over.
over. Gotcha.
Maybe he heard me, maybe he didn't.
He'll respond with something in Japanese, so you know he heard you. Yeah, he's gonna have to come back later and be cool, and it's gonna be awesome.
Less awesome with a hole in your chest, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Maybe more awesome because now he'll have cyberware to repair it and you'll know it's him.
Cybernetic flesh plug
That's where he's going to put his flesh pocket.
with real skin zipper.
With real skin zipper trademark. Yeah. So the train has stopped, and you guys seem to be in the clear. At this point, it is your turn to pick up and let me know what you're doing.
But we got to get off this damn train before they catch up to us. There's only one place the train goes, and that's to the next station. If I know Tiger Claws, they'll be waiting for us as long as we're in their territory.
We still haven't found where the drug is coming from yet either, let me remind you.
Damn.
Yeah,
Did we get his agent? Did we get any good information?
The only lead you got was that there's a dead drop where he gets this stuff from. But you're not sure if, with him being dead, if that's a thing still. You're not
That's still
sure.
the best and only lead we have.
Yeah, and if his fellow Tiger Claws didn't know he was selling, they're less likely to know about the spot and where it is.
This is all information that you have. So, with this information, what would you like to do about it?
I'm going to step away and use my agent to call the precinct and let them know that there's a bunch of Tiger Claws looking to start a fight on the next platform. Just to go have them dispersed.
Yeah, I'm going to use mine and call Liz, I believe her name, Liz Tobin.
Yes, Liz.
Gotcha. I'm gonna let her know that we've got the dead drop, but that their connection is deceased, and how she thinks we should proceed.
I feel like maybe I should call someone since everyone's calling. Can I order us some boba tea? Is that?
I was gonna say order a pizza. Yeah, order some boba tea.
Hey, you can order some food. So you call
get me
DoorDash.
Get me a coffee with boba.
That is something you can do. But yeah, so Liz will give you the advice that you could watch the dead drop, but odds are they are also going to be watching the dead drop to see when payment is made.
I think both of them froze for the time being.
I saw...
And they appear to be reconnecting.
Yeah, as soon as they reconnect, it'll be fine. Hi, Gary.
Hey, John. Hey, Kevin.
Is Kevin back?
Kevin's back. Yeah, Matthew's back. That's right. What's everyone's order for boba? This is important. I'll have a Vietnamese coffee with boba. Large.
One sec, I'm going to reconnect. I can't see Kevin. There's everybody. There's everybody.
All right, so we're gonna we all made our boba orders, and now you're back.
Everybody got their boba order. It'll be ready by the time you get there. They'll tell you. But yeah, Liz will give you the advice that if you do stake it out, you might not be the only one watching it. But that's all she'll say on the matter.
That's good news as far as I'm concerned. I hang up.
But yeah, and then the cops will say back to you, Montana, that yeah, we'll send units right away. You don't know if they really will, but they said they would.
This isn't the park. This is Japantown, so they might actually send units.
They might, yeah, they might. But yeah, so you guys, the train has stopped, and you see people coming down towards where the brake was pulled to investigate what's going on.
Looks like it's time for us to make our exit. I'll walk in between two trains and go to climb down off these tracks if I see a service ladder or something.
You see some service stairs.
I'm gonna move to follow him.
Do you go as well, Brecht?
Yes, I'll go.
I take out my agent again and try to call Levi. Who the hell is this guy? I swear he's a good driver if you can get a hold of him.
Absolutely. We'll say he picks up, but it's all patchy and breaky, and he'll hang up on his end.
I've got
I text him.
Scrambler, descrambler. Will that help with the reception?
It seems to be something going on with him. Like maybe he's in a tunnel.
Something going on narratively.
I try.
Something narratively. But yeah, so the boba shop is not far, and you guys go in, kind of trying to catch your breath, kind of trying to regather yourselves. It's been a long day of gunfights and torture, and you guys all get your boba tea. Bye, thank you for coming. They'll give you punch cards.
Now that he's got a banh mi, I also order a banh mi with jalapenos.
They give you your punch cards. You guys all sit down and eat your food while you discuss your next
thirds,
move.
buddy.
Huh?
3 1/3 is gonna hang on to that banh mi.
Absolutely. Oh, you're gonna put it in your pocket?
No, I'm gonna hang on to it. It's gonna be like a prop.
Okay. Absolutely.
It smells so good. I gotta get one. I do eat.
Maybe somebody's gonna get slapped with it later.
He bought one just to seem more normal. But yeah, you guys all sit down and share this experience together.
I like that you're just walking around with it like Brick from Anchorman, like it's a grenade. You just don't know what to do with it.
But yeah, after this, what would you guys like to do? You guys will see some tiger by looking around. And they even peek in here, but they don't see you guys.
I think we should head to the dead drop.
I'd say we should wait for. I agree, but we should wait for nightfall. We can travel a little bit safer in the shadows.
That's a fair point.
Would you
We're not
going
to be the only ones there.
Yeah, you guys can easily wait for nightfall. It's not.
Do we know of a cooler place to lay low around here? After we've drank our boba and ate our banh mi's, this place isn't really our vibe. All they have is one used Jenga for us to share, and that's not my vibe.
Yeah, you guys could go. You guys want to leave Japantown?
Where's the drop?
The drop is by the docks.
Hmm.
Yeah, we should probably lay low near the docks, and those guys probably like to get really throwed, so there's got to be a good pub or something around there.
I was going to ask if you guys knew any good places down by the docks.
Hi, Xavier. Xavier's here.
Oh, hey, what's up, Xavier?
But yeah, so you guys head to the docks. You guys will kind of be cautious, avoiding the tiger claw where you can. You can tell they're out looking for you guys. How do you want to evade them?
Yeah, I really wanted my driver to come pick us up. I'm going to stick to old school stealth.
Old school stealth?
Yeah. I want to go ahead and make a quick phone call again to Liz Tobin, because she's also kind of my secretary, and ask her if she can search for good places by the docks for us to head. So we have a destination in mind.
Absolutely. Yeah, she'll look it up for you. She'll give you an address. She doesn't tell you what it is. Just kind of gives you the address.
Christmas
This should
bonus,
be good.
Liz.
Huh?
There goes your Christmas bonus, Liz.
Oh no, not her Christmas bonus. You didn't give Christmas bonuses, anyways.
Nah, I'm a sociopath. Who needs that?
Who needs that? But yeah. So stealth. Go ahead and give me stealth.
I'm just going to try to stick to crowds mostly. Stick to large groups of people, pop my collar up, keep my head down.
Oh, no.
So Montana walks in through the crowd, kind of disappears. Kevin sticks out a little bit. Then Matthew, shoulder tackles an old lady on accident. He just kind of stumbles into her.
You could have him be recognized by some of the local people as a street artist.
Famous. Yeah.
Yeah, that is possible. There's a way to deal with that, actually. I have your class feature bookmarked.
Like paparazzi his ass.
I could do that.
He shoulder checks this old woman, and then she's like, "What the hell?" And then she's like, "Oh wait, it's you."
There is always a chance that they recognize you. Where's your stupid class?
I don't even mind that you knocked me to the ground.
Oh, yeah,
Signed
there it
my
is.
dislocated shoulder.
I'm on the page.
You're Brecht. Oh, won't you sign me, Brecht?
You got it, baby.
Brecht.
So there is a chance that she's a fan. The GM determines whenever someone you meet is already a fan. This lady is not already a fan, but you shoulder check her. I can allow you to try to fix the situation by turning her into a fan using your charismatic impact.
Okay.
So impact on a single fan. The impact your rocker boy can have on a single fan by beating a difficulty value 8 on their charismatic impact check.
Oh, young man, you need to watch where you're going. You just knocked me to the ground, you see, and I'm an old woman.
I'm so sorry. I'm an artist.
Oh, excuse me.
It could work. It could work. So go ahead. So there should be a place you can click where your ability ranks are or whatever in your class ability. Is that a clickable thing? I'll help you look.
No.
You say no, Gary?
I don't think so.
It's supposed to be. Because you're supposed to roll your charismatic impact. I believe his rank in it is good. It starts at 1.
Yeah, isn't it a D4? Isn't that what your roll ability is?
No, you never roll a D4.
I could have sworn I rolled a D4 with Armadillo. I'm tripping. Carry on.
Let's see. Yeah, your roll rocker boy, your roll ability. So you're gonna roll a D10 plus your roll ability, which level 1, and I think you use for that roll ability your where is it? Empathy.
It's a D10 plus empathy, you think?
1d10 plus 1 plus empathy. That'll be what we do this time around.
7 plus 1 plus 7.
15.
Actually,
Oh, they froze again. Oh, they're there. They're back. Not just an artist, but an artiste.
An artiste.
An artiste.
Oh, by the way, Matt and Kevin, I believe Xavier says hello to you as well.
Hey, man, thanks for joining us.
hey, Gregor.
Yeah, it's nice that your buddies are coming to say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, did you roll? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, roll a D10.
Oh, did he
Okay,
die
so
to you
you
guys
just
too?
rolled it. I got you. So it's a 7 plus 1 plus your empathy. So that is going to
Which
be
is-
an 8. So she'll be like, "Oh wow, you are an artist. You're Brecht." And then everyone will be like, "Oh wow, look, it's Brecht, the street artist." There he is. He's back. But yeah, you do successfully turn this lady into a fan, and it goes from being, "Hey, you knocked over an old lady," to "Hey, you're signing an autograph for an old lady." So it's a nice thing.
That's awesome.
It does draw the attention of some tiger claws. You notice them, but they're just kind of peeking, and they don't see you guys directly, and they only see Brecht. They're looking for 3 guys, though. So, you guys haven't been caught, but you are close to being caught. They are like right outside this crowd of people that's formed, just kind of around you guys. But before we find out whether or not you get caught on your way to the docks, we're going to have to go ahead and take a 5-minute break.
Well, thanks everybody for coming in. Join us tomorrow night. Join us after the break, but also join us tomorrow night for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition, and possibly join us Friday for Dark Peaks with Kieran and a special guest appearance from a special guest. We'll see, and maybe we'll be reading Green Road and stuff. Stay tuned, follow, subscribe, like, all the things that make you like us. We love you, we do it for you, we do it for us. What a great time. Join us after the break.
I'll see you guys in a minute.
See you there.
Every Wednesday is Hump Day here at Fresh Out the Box.
Every day is hump day. Welcome back to Fresh Out the Box. I am the Game Master Johananon. Gary, or Casualty CDGs, playing Montana Jack. Then we have Kevin as 3 1/3, the executive with an edge. And then we have the celebrity Brecht, the found trash artist. He makes stuff out of trash. His name is Brecht, and he's being played by Matthew. Before we left, our group was almost caught trying to sneak past the tiger claws because Brecht bumped into somebody, and then kind of started a whole thing with him spreading his fame around a little bit. Luckily, they're not looking for any celebrities. They are looking for 3 guys. So as long as they don't put that together, you should be good. But the Tiger Claws are just outside this crowd, and they are investigating the disturbance. You guys are in Old Japantown. You have two options to get to the marina. The marina is northeast of you. You can do the same thing and go through Old Chinatown, or you can go through the Black Zone, where you will get radiation poisoning.
No thanks.
But those are your options.
No thanks. I'm gonna pass on going through the Black Zone and getting radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to do that, that's fine. I'm just gonna meet you around the long way.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip out on poisoning myself too.
Very cool.
But yeah, you are. I mean, you can see it from here. Construction still there in the center of this city. But yes, so I take it that means you're gonna go to Old Chinatown. So this crowd is all around you guys. You notice the Tiger Claws taking interest in what's going on with Brecht. How do you respond?
I'm gonna flag down a cab for myself and get in and go like 2 blocks down the road and get out and wait.
Absolutely. Cab will pull over and take you.
Hey,
take you
me down there to that liquor store. I've been drinking and I don't want to drive.
I'm gonna walk up to Brecht I'm just gonna pull a piece of paper out. Or actually, better yet, it's coming in handy. I'm gonna walk up to Brecht and ask him to sign my bond me, and when he does, I will put my arm around his shoulder and we will walk towards the cab, getting him out of the throng of people.
Absolutely. So you pretend to be a fan as well. That can work. Let's see. Give me some sort of performance here.
Will you sign my bond me? He told you it was coming back as a prop. It should be no surprise.
It is no. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Signing.
I really
bond
wanted
me
to slap somebody with it, but
It's not too late to slap somebody with a signed bond me.
that's true. Just because it's signed does not mean it's gone.
That's true. Yeah, it's still you can still use a signed bond me. It's even still food.
This week on That's Not Food.
This week on Cake or Not Cake, Japan's favorite TV show since.
So I'm sorry, what kind of a role am I supposed to be giving you
Either
right now?
like some sort of performance check or some sort of lying, deception kind of check.
Well, I was going to say an improv comedy check based on our riffing, but that would have been pretty accurate. A performance check or okay, very good.
So is this not persuasion?
I'll allow it.
I can't find performance.
I don't even know if that's really a skill.
I'll do a persuasion. 17.
Absolutely. I muted the wrong thing here. Oh. There we go. There we go. Everything's working now. Alright, so you got a 17. Yeah. That's good enough to persuade people into thinking that you're actually interested in an autograph. And then you usher him out.
I take a bite of the banh mi when I send it.
Absolutely. Someone will take a picture.
No.
And you immediately get tagged online by some Brechtomaniacs. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Love it.
There's emojis, everybody's all happy. But yeah, so you're in a picture with 3 1/3 now online. But yeah, you guys get in a cab together. The same cab that Montana's in. Where to?
All right, take us down. Take us to the dock district, and I put my badge up against the glass. Night City PD.
Did my assistant Liz find an establishment? Oh yeah, she gave us an address, right? Can we give him that address?
You can give him that address. He'll look at the address quizzically, but then he will take you there. He'll let out a big sigh when you flash your badge. He'll be like, but yeah, he'll drive you. People don't really. I mean, the cops in Night City aren't the best.
I'm just curious. Are we all three smushed into the back seat together?
Yeah.
I would have sat in the back seat for sure, and then you guys came at the same time.
I definitely would have ushered Brecht into the center position and been on the edge.
Perfect.
You guys are all crammed in there. But yeah, he'll drive you guys. No one can see you in here. You're pretty safe. Making it to a taxi was probably a good call to escape. But you guys pull up into Old Chinatown. You guys see all the happenings going on. It's very packed. There's no convenient festival or anything going on today. As fun as that would be. But it is hustle and bustle. You see all the street vendors, the street markets. There's everything from corpos to homeless. You see all the good stuff. But old Chinatown's a very bustling section of town. And then you guys approach. You can smell the salt air as you guys pull up to the marina. The marina is considered to be a hot zone. You enter this section of town. There are security guards on every corner. All kinds of stuff. It is a secure part of town, as it is an area of corporate distribution.
I always hated the smell of this part of town. The smell of fish, the smell of rot, the smell of money.
The smell of money is what always brought my people to this part of town.
Guys, as you're saying that, you are passing on the border in Old Chinatown. There is a full-blown fish market.
Yeah, the smell of money banished my people from this part of town.
Not being able to control the public is what banished your people, I'm afraid. But no matter now. You seem all right to me.
Thanks. It means a lot coming from a corpo.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the corporations forced everyone out of the marina area, and they bought the whole thing. They're trying to do it to a lot of other areas of town too.
The G word.
Yeah, they can't touch Old Japantown or Old Chinatown for obvious reasons. But they have the Glen, and they have a section of town north where they're developing some mega complexes where everyone's going to be living in a few years. But yeah, so you guys are in the marina. He'll let you out on the corner. You'll go ahead and pay him his 10 euro bucks. And
somebody does. I actually have no idea how much leftover money I have from the beginning of building my character.
It's such a trivial amount. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but it's those trivial amounts that add up. Like all of a sudden, it's gonna be like, oh, you can't pay for this cab ride.
You can't buy that gun because you bought that on me.
So exactly. I guess what Brecht pays for it, and then we all have to like Cyberpunk Venmo him some money.
Yeah, pretty much. You guys all Venmo each other.
Actually, yes. In Cyberpunk 2077, I'm not sure of how it is in the Age of Red, but you can look somebody right into the eyes, and your eyes go blue, their eyes go blue, and the transaction is done. There's no debit card, there's no swiping. So I would think in this age, it's not quite that futuristic. It probably is something as easy as swiping your agent.
Just having a romantic moment, making eye contact with the cab driver.
In this era, you still have to kiss. It's not eye contact yet. You still have to make out with the cabbie to exchange funds.
We all have to stare at each other to get each other paid for the next 10 minutes.
All right, here, I'll pay him first, but you guys got the tip.
But yeah, so you guys get out of the car. Get the fuck out of the car, guys. All right. And you guys get to the address that you were given. It is a defunct warehouse. It is it looks like there's still stuff in there, and that they're probably storing things in there actively, but it's not being like actively messed with. It's a warehouse. And it overlooks this drop point. You guys
I thought we were going to get some drinks first.
Yeah.
But you brought us right to the warehouse, didn't you?
You guys can go
Usually
wherever.
Our safe houses are stocked with liquor.
I guess your contacts like to keep things simple.
But yeah. So there are several bars around here. There are lots of places to go other than here, if you would like to.
Is it nighttime?
I suggest we set up a trap.
you guys need to find a place to lay low until then. And you can
I
do
like
it at
Montana's idea of setting up a trap. That'll take some time.
Okay. What kind of trap?
What does the drop point look like?
So when you guys go to check it out, it is just like a rope tied to the pier that goes into the water. You assume that there's like something on the other end of it that you can put stuff in. Some sort of container.
But there's no one else there currently.
No, you don't see anybody around. There are people around, but you don't see anyone like at the drop point.
I have an idea.
There are several people that could be watching it. You don't know.
Hold on. If that's the case, if there are several people who could be watching while they're setting up a trap, I want to find a moving van or something that I can back up to block line of sight to what they're doing while they're setting this up. I just want to run a distraction, not honking a horn or crashing into a building, but just putting a truck in the way.
Absolutely. So you're gonna need to find a truck. They have truck depots like in some of the warehouse courtyards. They have several vans available that they use for deliveries. You could try and get one of them, but it will be from an active loading and unloading van area. So there are people. How are you going to go about this?
I'm going to use deduction to try to figure out watching where the office is and where they keep the keys as I see people moving in and out throughout this warehouse. And I do have the deduction skill, if you'd like me to roll.
You can deduce where they keep the keys.
I rolled anyways, just for shits and giggles. I rolled a 17, so I can deduce where I've got the skill, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's what I mean.
So,
okay,
I thought you were just saying it was simple enough.
You definitely got to roll. But yeah, so you can see on the inside of one of the warehouses past the slide down garage door a box. Like it looks like a valet box. It looks like keys are in there.
So I'm standing across at the other, in another warehouse in kind of the entryway in a dark hidden spot watching.
Yeah.
And after a while, I see a gap and I see a moment to make my move to where the keys are. I'm fully prepared to choke out one person who might be in that room. That's my intention.
Absolutely.
If there's two, maybe I'll change my mind. So I make a straight beeline for the warehouse, straight for the door.
I'm going to walk over to Brecht and ask what the plan is.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm going to describe the plan and then see what y'all think. What I would like to do is I want to take out my tech tool.
Yes.
Pull up the box. Pop it open. Is it easy to pop open, or do I need to pick the lock or something?
It's probably not locked.
Cool. Then
I don't feel like people lock dead drops.
Yeah, you're probably right. I have a single tear gas grenade left, and I would like to rig the inside of the box with it so that when they pop it open, it goes off.
Yeah, it's easy enough to do. We could absolutely rig something like that up. What do you think, 3 1/3? He tells you this plan.
I think that we should stick with the plan, however, potentially consider using a non-lethal alternative so that we can get information out of our victim.
Tear gas would be non-lethal.
Oh, it's tear gas. I apologize. I didn't realize that. Well, then I love your plan. Thank you for signing my bond me. And I took a bite right after you did, so we're the same person now.
You're growing on me, third.
That's how it works. Yeah, absolutely. You guys shared spit. You're one.
In the age of COVID, we kiss on the mouths and cough down our sleeves.
Hopefully, COVID is taken care of by 2044.
You would think.
Oh God.
Hopefully, but yeah. So back to Montana trying to steal a car.
Great. I walk up to the warehouse, I grab the door, I open it, and beeline for the office.
You
There
can
is
go
no
ahead.
stealth here. I think I'm clear.
So in order to get the timing right, you can either use stealth or you can use cool to kind of try to just
I was trying to
blend in.
factor that into deduction, into deducing my, in a Sherlock Holmes type of way, deducing the moment to go, the moment to strike. But I'll roll something else if you'd like.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know if that's what it's intended for. I guess it could work. You could do pattern recognition kind of stuff to see the ebb and flow. Yeah, but give me a second one.
Okay.
Give me a second roll.
I'm going to use 2 luck on this.
Okay.
And I crit. All
right.
right.
So very Sherlock Holmes like. You see a pattern emerge, and you think you have about a 10-second window where no one.
So I
should
walk
be
through
paying
the door.
Yeah.
I walk in and I see if you'll let me, I walk in and I see a jacket, like a windbreaker for this company, and I throw that jacket on, and I'm walking by and I open somebody's locker and I put a hat on and walk into the office.
Yeah, that's fine. With that roll, you can absolutely just blend in. You know exactly how to do so. And you get the keys.
Great. That's even better. I'll go out. The keys, they're on a hook, right, with the truck number, nice and easy. Is there no trick here for me that I need to be looking for? Because I'll look for it if you'd like.
No, you're good.
Okay. Take the key off the hook for the truck number, go out to the truck it belongs to, fire it up nice and easy, and unless there's anything stopping me, I'll take it over to the boys and
There's nothing
use this.
stopping you. No.
Perfect. I'll go
You
block
did the hard
them.
part.
I'll block them with the truck and make sure nobody sees what we're up to. We've got a blind spot for this dead drop that only we have access to.
Montana pulls up in a hat and a jacket from a shipping company in a van, and he pulls it up to the dock and blocks the line of sight to you from one direction. And then I assume you pull up the box and plant this tear gas grenade.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to. You said there are people around. What
Yeah.
kind of people?
I mean, there are dock workers just all over the place.
So there are no other corpos in the area.
You don't not directly where you are.
Okay.
They don't
well,
come
the
out
dock
to the,
workers.
like, the dock.
Can I go try to pull rank on the dock workers and have them let us know when somebody is coming to check the rope, but inconspicuously?
You'd only be able to do so if they know about the rope. You would have to, and in that case, odds are you wouldn't want to tell them, because then they would tell somebody probably.
Gotcha.
None of the dock workers are
to...
supposed to know about the rope, but one of them could be a plant, is the concern.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my agent or my bio monitor. I'm not really sure which is applicable here, and just let the corporation that I work for know, the pharmaceutical company, let them know where I am and what we're about to do.
Okay.
So let them know that we've planted a device, but non-specifically, and that we're going to wait.
You know, 3 1/3, you don't have to report in every step of the way. You might get us caught up in something.
Yeah,
Just
My company is not necessarily run by the people who think they run it. The executive world is far different from that of the law, I'm afraid.
Just don't check in too often.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Montana.
He does seem he seems paranoid about it, but that's okay. It's not without cause. But yeah, so you guys go to watch now?
I want to go to the pub.
Oh, okay. What do you do
Yeah,
with the van?
Is it not nighttime?
No, not yet.
Cool. I mean, obviously we'd use it to go to the pub, right?
No.
I was going to leave the van here and keep this way blocked. Maybe set out some cones if need be, but this now is going to be off limits.
I like
Yeah,
it.
you'll pull out some cones from like the van holster that has cones on it on the back, and you'll You'll leave. You'll leave the van there. That's fine. I don't see why. I mean, none of them are going to stop you. But as
No,
you
and it's a
walk-
lot easier to find traffic cones than you would think.
Yeah, there's traffic cones. Yeah, they're everywhere. But yeah, so as you guys are leaving the dock, you pass a couple security guards, but they don't really seem to pay you much mind. And then you go to the pub. We'll say, unless there's anything specific you want to do, we can just fast forward to nighttime. I just wanted to know where you were to spend the time.
I'm cool to fast forward.
Okay, so you guys get to the pub. You guys spend a few hours there until the sun goes down. And then you head...
I try not to get into any fights.
Yeah.
So that we don't slow down, so we don't screw up our cover.
Yeah, instead of fighting, 3 1/3 ends up drinking a little bit too much and then realizing that he needs food and thus eats the signed bond me, much to Brecht's disdain.
There you go. So he eats a sandwich. When you're almost done with it, someone will come up and be like, "You're not supposed to eat that in here." But then you kind of shoot them a dirty look, and they just kind of balk at you and leave. But yeah, so you guys are done, and you guys go back to the overview spot. 3 1/3's just a little tipsy, but that's okay.
Nothing he can't handle. Normal corpo exec lifestyle.
You guys will go inside this warehouse that his corporation told you about, and you can see down at the rope. Van's still there. You see a couple people looking at the van like, who the hell parked this here? What an asshole.
Tear gas grenades and a pub? That's a portable party!
It is a portable party. And then, you guys wait. Anybody want to percept for me?
I do indeed. I'll do it.
See if you notice stuff.
13.
13. You don't notice anything too out of the ordinary. It's just some of the dark workers seem to have been around longer than you would expect them to be. But then some of those guys leave.
Because this is a corporate-owned area of town, can I use the local expert skill to discern anything from this?
Yes.
Because I would have frequented this place?
When you specify things like that, it will give you specific feedback in return. This feedback will be in the form of, like, people that shouldn't be there, or, like, corporations that don't exist, or, like, things like that.
So it's kind of a useless waste of time. Copy that.
No, I mean, you could find stuff out.
I mean, might as well then, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It's the opposite of useless waste of time.
19 for your home.
So yeah, so your local knowledge of like this corporate area going the ebb and flow. You see, all the ships here belong here. You recognize the companies and all of that. And it doesn't seem like any of the dock workers are out of place, but one of them doesn't seem to be working very well. He just sort of kind of seemed to be fucking off. You notice this because you're a corporate bastard. Of course you notice it. You catch him on his phone, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, he's not working.
Okay, I'm going to decide not to say anything to him, but keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you see him. You see him look up every now and again.
Look up at what?
Towards
Can I ask that?
where the van is. He looks at it every now and again suspiciously.
I want to go ahead and mention the suspicious character to Montana, being that he's a lawman and he would have a better idea as to how to proceed in this situation.
Oh, yeah. If we can get a name on him, I can run him and see if we got anything in the database. We might be able to get something on him and pressure him. Somebody want to go get his name?
I mean, you can
I'd say Brecht is our best possibility, being the local celebrity.
Yeah, I can go talk to him. Yeah. So yeah, I'll approach. Maybe like, yeah. I tell you what, I'll have like a cigarette in my hand. Can I do that? And
Yeah.
I'll approach and be like, "Hey, buddy, you got a light?" Kind of thing.
You'll see him now that you're kind of blocking the way, more obviously look past you, but still trying to play it cool. He'll be like, go away, man. In a very, he doesn't seem very friendly. He's not a big dude or anything. He just kind of seems like a punk.
Hmm. Um. I'll be like, you having a bad night, man? Like, you seem a little rough.
You can give him a persuasion.
All right.
Try and coax him a little bit.
16.
16 is not bad. He'll look at you and, like, annoyed that you didn't immediately go away, and he'll just kind of pull out a lighter and light your cigarette for you.
Thanks, buddy. Can I get your name?
My name?
Yeah, I just want to know who the guy is today.
He'll just like a generic name like Tony. He'll just say Tony.
Tony Baloney?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Not. He looks like he's not doing anything from far away, but now you're close. He seems engaged in sitting here doing nothing.
I'll be like, so what do you do around here, Tony?
He'll look down at his uniform and be like, I work the docks, man. What's it to you?
Oh, well, I just like getting to know workers in the area. I'm a local artist, and you guys inspire me. So I'm just, I saw you shuffling around over here. Thought I'd chat you up, see how you're doing.
There is a chance that you could turn him into a fan, which is funny. But that's the power of your celebrity. So go ahead and give me a D10 plus your empathy plus 1.
Got a 4 on the D10 plus 7 plus 1, so 12.
12. So that is enough. He'll be like, oh, wow, no way. He'd be like, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, us workers never get any sort of positive attention in this goddamn city. But he'll start talking to you a little more freely.
Cool. Yeah, man, I hear you. Yeah, things are rough around here. But what is your job here at the docks?
He'll just say, oh, loading and unloading.
Pay well enough?
No.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
How do you like working in this part of the city with all these corpos around?
I fucking hate it, man. Fucking
Yeah.
corpos.
Same, man. See that guy over there? Can I point to third?
Yeah.
Cool. See that guy over there? I met him. He's a corpo. He's a fucking weirdo.
He'll look back at 3 1/3, kind of hanging out. Yeah. Yep, he looks like a fucking weirdo.
Mm-hmm. So, you seem kind of nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah, nervous. I see you looking over at that truck or something, van, whatever.
No, man. I'm just worried my supervisor's gonna catch me sitting around.
Oh, dang, man. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna snitch on you. Just chill. I can keep an eye out. What's he look like?
He'll give you a very vague description of a person that could be anybody.
Cool.
He'll be like tall but not too tall, a little overweight but not that much. It's a terrible description.
Can I see? Is there a way for me to see if this guy's being honest with me about stuff?
With the way he's lying to you, I will just tell you. You can tell he's
cool.
He's bullshitting you.
All right. Okay. So, but he's my fan now, right?
Yeah, he's your fan.
Cool. Okay. Then okay. Tony, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Those guys over there, and me, we're we're doing some business around here. You feel me?
He'll look at you. He'll look at them and he'll be like, what kind of business?
I try to duck away when he brings attention to me. I'll just duck behind a fucking dumpster.
I mean, you could
I
just
make
be
kissy
hiding. It's not a
faces
big
at the
deal.
dock worker.
Yeah. I was thinking I was watching from inside the warehouse through the shitty, dusty window.
That could be exactly where you are. That's fine.
Yeah, then that's fine. Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm out by the van, I assumed.
That's also fine.
I think you know what kind of business. And I'm not going to give you specifics, not unlike how you're speaking with me. But here's the thing. I'm going to need you to start answering some questions.
He'll stand like all the way, and and he'll kind of back away from you a little bit. He'd be like, "What kind of questions?"
I want to know what you're actually doing here.
I told you what I'm doing here.
I want to
He'll,
walk
look
up at
you-
this
he'll
point
give you
and
a wary
I want to
glance.
take note. I've got like a, I don't know, business and bureaucracy skills. I'm wondering if these help me here to tell him that the charade is up and I know he's not one of the dock workers on the payroll.
Yeah, you can approach him and give them a corporate lashing.
Well, I want to kind of expose him though because I feel like he's not an actual dock worker. So
Yeah,
I want
absolutely. Yeah,
to I want
you
to
can
walk
go-
up to him and say that there is no Tony Baloney on the payroll and who is he? Demand his identity.
I'll let you use your bureaucracy for that.
Shit, do I actually have that?
If you do, you told me you were using it.
Oh, I do actually. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's not bad. You can see the deer caught in the headlights, like, because like he fully buys your gravitas and like your corporate phrasing. You mentioned the word boarding. You know how everyone likes to use that word. He's
We were
gonna-
synergizing this afternoon, and we realized that you weren't going to fit with our onboarding process.
yeah.
Pivoting.
So what's gonna happen is he kind of takes a step backwards, and then he turns and bolts.
I want to go gadget, grab the back of his shirt.
Absolutely, you
Awesome.
launch your grapple hand at this guy. Give me a brawl check.
Yes.
Nice.
He tries to shrug it off. He tries to like shrug his jacket off, but your hand pulls it tight in such a way and so quickly that it pulls it tight across his collarbone, and you just drag him back. He does not get away.
Awesome.
So now you guys don't get to do the fun boat chase scene, but that's okay.
Oh, darn.
No, I'm just kidding. It's good.
Cool.
He had to
Yeah.
roll like 9 things to do that, anyways.
So you're gonna come with us, or I'm gonna fill your pockets full of stones and toss you in the ocean.
He starts pulling rocks out of his pockets. Like, too late. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you definitely caught him with a robot hand. That's pretty intimidating. So, you can try to intimidate him with a... Let's see. I'm going to give you +3. For him being a fan and him being afraid of your robot hand.
Awesome. Will that be interrogation? I forgot what-
Interrogation's fine.
Cool. Or persuasion. Either one.
Either one.
I do. Oh my god.
Oh no!
That is a botch, but it's not the worst botch. Let me see.
From a crit to a botch, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
You crit go gadget him, and then you botch persuade him.
From a crit to a botch, a memoir.
The Gary Avenger story.
So that's only a -3 on that roll. It's not the worst botch I've ever seen, but it does lower it below the threshold that you needed. So he's just going to be like, I don't have to tell you anything. Think I'm scared of you? And he'll try to get away, like he'll struggle.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, we got to kidnap him, right? Like, I want to. Can I have some rope, So I want to say, third, help me out with this, and I'm gonna try to tackle him and tie him up.
I want to go up and kick the guy behind his knees so that he falls to the ground.
Okay.
And then I will abruptly turn and stride into the warehouse where Montana is waiting and ask him what he thinks of the situation.
I'm going to toss you a pair of handcuffs. I was going to come out and do it myself since you're here.
Yeah, Montana
Very well.
shows up,
I'll be the errand boy this time.
seeing things take a turn. But it does seem that you have caught the guy that you were looking for without him going to the drop. But yes, so you kick him in the back. I'm not going to make you roll for that because he's kind of caught. It's pretty easy to sweep his legs.
So he's caught, swept, handcuffed, and roped up for a bonus.
Yeah.
Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah.
Is there a way that I could persuade my teammates to exit the immediate area so that I could question the guy personally?
You could just ask them.
Can I ask him?
Yeah.
No,
Me and this gentleman have very specific business.
I'm not letting you alone, man. You're a corpo. Like, you seem okay, kind of, but you're still a corpo. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you're damn right we have very important business, and I take the vial out of my pocket and show it to him. To the guy on the ground. What the hell is this, and why are you slinging it in my town?
He does that same thing that Quicks did where he, like, sees it, but he doesn't look right at it.
This is the same thing Quicks did before we killed him.
He'll look at you. At that, he'll actually look at you. You see the recognition. But you guys killed Quicks?
You still have his agent? I look over to 3 1/3.
I do.
Just
I over to Montana.
He'll watch the toss, and you'll see him staring at the agent.
and I'll pull up the contacts and be like, "This look familiar to you?"
He'd be like, "I don't know anything. I don't know anything." He's gonna try and put that front up,
I'll look to 3 1/3.
but he's like tied up on the dock right now. It is dark, and there aren't really a lot of unloading and loading going on right now on this dock, but there are like a dock over. You're not alone.
Do you want? Would you like good cop or bad cop?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and vomit up some pork banh mi because I was a little bit tipsy. Getting back to 0. Feel better now. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull my katana out very slowly, very sexily, and level it kind of with the dull end right under the guy's chin, lifting his head slightly.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion. You can get a +2 for the situation.
Because it was sexy.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, my tiny screen.
The chat says this is the first time we've ever seen Matthew so intimidating.
Oh, is
Ain't
that
seen nothing
That was
yet.
Xavier, yeah.
yeah.
Where? Oh my god, it's here somewhere. Persuasion. Scroll. Cool. Got it.
Got it. Boom. 16 plus 2 is going to be 18. You'll see him you'll see the facade fall away as he fears for his life. So, what do you guys want to know?
I want to know where. Well, first of all, I want to know who he works for.
Who I work for?
Who you work
You'll
for.
see him like look around and start to sweat. He'll like.
There's no one here to look at but me. Who do you work for?
He'll you see he's sweating a lot now. But he starts to talk. And then as he's look, man, I get the packages from and then and you just see a fucking you see that red laser go over his head. It's You see someone fucking iced his ass in your arms. Someone was watching.
Can I figure out where the shot came from?
Yeah, you can. It came from across the water, up on like where it elevates, like the seawall. You see somebody get up and start to run.
There! I'll point it out to everybody. The shooter's there! I'll make a run for the box truck.
You make a run for the box truck. Absolutely. So they are on the other side of the water from you.
Yes, but they
Are
are.
there any
it-
like seafaring vehicles around that are close to us?
Yeah.
That's a decent question. You played Grand Theft Auto, right? Grand Theft Auto 5. Did everybody play Grand Theft Auto 5? It was like the biggest video game of all time in 2012 or whatever it was. Whatever, man. It's based on LA, so there's like a whole train district, a whole dock district, all the highways intertwined, but they all wind up back at the base of the same bridge. And so if that is how this dock is designed, which is generally how docks are designed to maximize roads and efficiency, then this road will still take me out to where he might be escaping via vehicle or on foot.
You see him jump off the seawall and land on something, and then you hear...
Motherfucker! Board captain.
Yeah, permission to come a fucking board. Who are you? Get on here, Montana.
Yeah,
Might as well, I suppose.
Yeah, Montana 3 1/3, and I believe Brecht as well will get on the boat. Unless anyone's afraid
Bertold?
of swimming or something.
The man himself?
What was it?
We were going to have a
Bertold?
boat chase,
Yeah.
and I meant it.
Well, thank God I showed up.
But yeah, so oh no, the stream went out for half a second. It's
Happens when
okay
I
though.
pee sometimes too.
It was.
I did kill the stream, Jenny. I kill everything I touch, if you couldn't tell.
Are we back? We good? It didn't even tell me it went out this time. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so you see this guy escaping on a jet ski, Levite.
Yeah.
That is your target.
Yeah, I imagine Montana told me that. Hey, Montana, tell me about this guy on a jet ski.
He just shot our last lead on whoever's pumping these drugs through the city.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
This is probably working for the direct big dog himself. At least he's got orders. We need to get a hold of him or at least his agent.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm better at driving every single other kind of vehicle besides a water vehicle, and yet here we are. I'm driving a water vehicle. This is what's happening.
You never know. You know, I've seen
I
you
do
drive a
never
boat
know.
with this character before. It's okay.
You literally have, yes. I still have one level in it, and my base stat is 7. So I got this.
You're better at it than anyone else here. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, you. I assume.
I'm gonna follow that guy.
Follow that guy. Okay. I was just
Yeah.
making sure. I can't actually make you follow him.
No, you can't. But you know who can? Fucking Montana. He's got more guns than I do.
The person. Let's see. Let me write.
It's a
down.
good thing I have a speedboat.
You do have a speedboat, and speedboats and jet skis are the same speed. It says super luxury though. I don't know where you got it. It's not yours, but you have.
No, it's absolutely not mine. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna use my own speed. I don't even have a speedboat. I'm lying. I'm lying to impress these two guys who are right in front of me. I'm lying, acting like it's my speedboat. It's not my speedboat. And I'm also saying this out loud to them that I was lying to them about it being my speedboat.
Looks like a Corpo speedboat.
What?
Looks like a Corpo speedboat.
I can recognize one of my own when I'm standing on it. Thank you, Montana.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
good.
stole it from you?
Not specifically. And I take what I need as well. So, no harm, no foul.
Mad respect. That's what I'm talking about. Where'd you find this guy?
He found me.
So yeah, you guys
He
are.
was in my backyard.
You guys are pursuing in the speedboat, you're not gaining any distance. The person that you're chasing will turn suddenly down.
Yeah, and then
down a different canal. So if you want to turn suddenly, you're gonna have to give
I
me
do
a
in
drive
fact.
check.
Which is what plus the 7 plus the 8 again?
You just click the ability. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have it set.
Yeah, that'd be super fun to do if I was well prepared.
No, that was my fault because I didn't enable your character sheet. It is your. It is the ability, which I think is reflexes, and then it is that one you have in water vehicles, and then it is a D10.
D10, that's what it is. I was just trying to remember what the D was. So what I'm rolling in the chat is not what it is because it's that plus 8. Plus 8, that is a 13. 13, give me a 13.
The maneuver sharp turn is a difficulty value 13. So
No shit, bro. Hell yeah.
Just barely.
The assassin also makes the turn ahead of you expertly, and then you guys are back at it going down this canal.
How far is the assassin's jet ski from our boat?
God, I'm so bad at distance. So I'm gonna do the cinematic distances.
Close enough? Too far?
Close enough.
Speaking of cinematic
Okay.
distances, I'm kind of picturing a Michael Bay revolve shot going on here.
The revolve shot, yeah.
All right, so if it's close enough,
Yeah,
I'm
Bad
gonna
Boys 2, bro.
unzip my duffel bag and pull out the grapple gun and head towards the front of the ship and look at Brecht and be like, "Let's see if we can get him."
Gotcha.
Absolutely. Hey, 1 second. Let me try it. Something's going on with the stream. Let me.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's right. Yeah, I'm also not seeing things.
Wonder what the fuck happened. Oh no,
I
I
would
can see
guess.
things.
It exploded and then came back.
I'm gonna do this with my hand.
That steam-powered internet they got out there in New York. Man.
I am reloading. So if you
So
guys
I
are
had a great idea for
There
a
we go.
horror movie. Oh, hey, welcome back.
I reloaded you
Let me
guys to see
do
if
it.
that would help. So where we last left off, I believe Montana was pulling out a grappling hook.
Yes, and I looked to Brecht to also stand with me in grapple hook just solitude as we fire upon the jet ski and try to grab the driver or jet ski.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me just like a regular, like you're shooting your pistol.
All right, I'm gonna aim for the actual guy or girl, for the assassin.
I want to aim for the jet ski. If I know, or is there a roll I can do for?
Fuck! I botched. I rolled a botch, though. I've seen Brecht use his grapple hand, and earlier you saw me put the grapple gun away because I was kind of jealous. Kind of like Brecht has the better grapple gun. And so now that I take mine out, I blast it off, and it's nowhere near target. I totally whiff it. And I feel real stupid. I feel like I blew it in front of Brecht. He doesn't think I'm cool.
So what's gonna happen? I feel so bad. You're gonna grapple hook
fucking
something.
sad.
And your options are to grappling hook to that something or to let go.
I will make. Can I choose the? Can I help flavor the something?
Yeah.
If I grapple high, I'll try to swing and then catch back up with the boat. I'll try to keep the fulcrum going so I don't lose my gun, but I'll make an athletics check or something
This will
to
be-
risk just landing in the track.
This will be a. Let me check my notes here, because this is something you're doing.
I am doing something. I don't want to lose my grapple gun, and I also don't want to land in the drink.
I feel like this is a professional level check here. You're looking for a
think it's
17.
just
Yeah, but
You're free to use luck, and don't forget luck
I
comes
used
back.
the rest of
you
my
also-
three.
you also, I'm happy to assist him with my speedboat driving skills to try to catch the motherfucker.
All right, you see Montana take off ahead of you guys, but then you kind of catch up to him as he's swinging, and you give him a +1 to his roll. And you said you used all your luck.
I used my last 3 luck, so it's an 18 and a 19 altogether with his additional speedboat assist.
So he zips off, and then you guys go under him, and while he's swinging, he lands back in the boat.
Boom!
What
With
were
my-
you even swinging from? Where are we?
It was from
One
like
of those
a
bridges
crane on the
in-
side of the canal. You guys are in the middle of the canals.
I'm on.
I was imagining a old metal suspension bridge over one of the canals in the industrial district.
That is perfectly
well-
fine. Yeah, you guys pass under a bridge, and he lands back in the boat. Brecht was gonna do something.
Yeah, I want to try to grab onto the jet ski.
With your grapple hand?
With my grapple hand.
Okay. It's going to be the same check that he did. It's going to be in the 3rd tier of distance. So you're looking for a 20, I believe. I guess it depends on the weapon, huh?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, the charts are different for each weapon.
But if we've all been using our pistols.
That's fair. Use your pistol this time. I'll figure it out better for next time. So it will be target number 20. You can
Oh,
use
wait.
luck though. Oh,
Oh, well. Yeah, I forgot about luck. That's
Too late, baby. Now. Too late.
yeah, your hand rockets forward, and you kind of grab at the back of the jet ski, but then your hand comes back to you.
Gotcha.
He does not have the option to let go. But
No?
because it's stuck on his arm. So
You can get a new arm.
that's true. He can get a new arm. That's actually not a thing. Not a bad thing. So you guys enter like a wider area, and the jet ski is going to take a very sharp turn and shoot around another boat that's to your left to go the opposite direction. This is a very difficult maneuver to pull off, but we'll see if the assassin does it. You see her go behind the boat and kind of disappear.
Oh, I'm gonna
Her,
go.
huh?
I'm gonna drive to where we last saw her.
If you want to flip around with the same speed that she is, you need to attempt a DC 17 turn.
Yeah, and I get to use luck before, after. How do I?
Before.
May we
we also
assist
help with
this
the luck?
turn? May we
Yeah.
assist by dropping our weight to the left side of the boat? Kevin and I are on the same page.
I'll say you guys all do this and give them a +1. I'm okay with that.
Excellent. And I have to use my luck before. Um,
How much would you
And
like to
our
use?
luck- our luck
Question,
refills
Jahan?
after each session, right?
Yeah. What were you saying, Kevin?
That's wonderful because
Well,
there's
if we've
only 27
if I'm
minutes.
on this sea craft as well, can I use my luck to help his maneuver because it is technically my ass too?
You cannot give other players luck. Unfortunately.
Hot.
Unfortunately. But yeah, so
It's all good. I tried.
yeah, you tried. +1, and then whatever luck you spend. It refills every turn or every game. How much would you like to spend, Levite?
Eight. I'm spending all my fucking luck.
Okay, you spend all your luck.
literally spending all my luck. I mean, it's 11:33.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
All right, here we go. D10. That's a 4 plus 8 plus 8 plus 1. I nailed it. I so nailed this.
He
was a
he
21
skitters almost
out of
above
17.
the water, and then like he catches traction and goes right around the corner to the boat, where you see that the assassin has kind of fumbled and is stopped, but starting to go again. But you guys are much closer now. You're like right on.
How much? I was going to say
close?
it's much close enough to get hands on this person.
You guys could try. Yeah, sure. Let's say you guys are almost neck and neck here.
3 1/3. You haven't gotten to do anything cool yet in this action sequence. Why don't you you go first?
Yeah, I mean, I'm picturing a katana joust here. So I'm going to have to pull this katana out and simultaneously jump to his sea craft while trying to behead him.
Wait, I need to find out where Kevin
Absolutely.
is on the screen so I can look at him. There it is.
No, the other way.
What?
The other way.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so give me an athletics check to see if you can do this. I, as the DM, am going to give you a +1. Because this is all I ever wanted. So I'll help you out here. Don't forget, you
boat
can spend
chase,
your luck
man.
ahead of time.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and spend the rest of my 4 luck points.
All right, so
That
you're
is
getting a
such foreshadowing.
+5.
You said you were going to cut her head off. Jahan said you have to spend the luck ahead of time. You're about to cut her head off. It's about to happen.
It could.
Where are our fans at, man? They hooked it up with the leg chopping off last time.
Yeah, that's right. Where
Come
are
on,
our
guys.
fans at? Don't forget, you can boon or doom any
Yeah,
of
don't
our
forget.
players at any time. You can grant advantage to 3 1/3 right now during his sword jousting scene.
You can
If
also
you would like to
add
see 3
disadvantage.
1/3 cut somebody's head off while they're on a moving jet ski, please boon him now. Or if you would like to see us blow this epic moment and the assassin get away, please feel free to doom us with your channel points at the bottom of the screen. You get them for free for watching. Remember, when you're here fresh out the box, you play too!
Yeah, so for the first roll, you're going to get that plus whatever we
Both.
discussed. Yeah, you get a
4.
bunch of bonus. It's a good thing, too, because that's not high enough to make it. But with your bonuses from luck and from points, you hit that professional level of jumping across. You're on the Sea-Doo, on this jet ski with this assassin now. And so we're going to say that you get a +1. It looks like Leighton actually gave you that one. And then Captain Grimley both gave you advantage and disadvantage. So
My
that's
captain.
nothing.
I love that guy. That's hilarious.
You get a +1 though to attack,
Oh, shit.
and it works. It's completely a normal fight from now, with some added rolls here and there.
This person killed our lead. Should we not kill the person who killed our lead so we can, like, get information?
I think the Corpo has a plan. He's always got a plan.
Okay, we're on the boat, so we need to talk very loudly.
Exactly right.
But yeah, so when you jump on, the assassin will put up hands, one hand to defend. But yeah, go ahead and give me that attack roll.
Just gonna give you a note here that we are chopping a hand off.
Oh, are you gonna make for a called shot, chop hand off?
Ah, shit, I forgot about that rule. No, I guess not.
It's
I
minus
guess we'll just swing the damn sword.
It is -8.
Yeah. So you want the katana attack?
Yes.
Bajang.
And if you want to make both attacks, you can.
Cool, I can do both at the same time?
Yeah.
There it is.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Good thing you didn't take that -8.
Yeah, good thing. So go ahead and the first one, give me damage. The second one, you're gonna cut, and then the assassin's gonna like palm your hand and mess up the second hit.
I got 9 for damage.
9 damage is
respectful
not
9 damage.
bad. They're not wearing like heavy. They're wearing whatever they're wearing is form fitting. At this distance, you can tell that whoever's under there is indeed feminine in some quality.
I mean, this voice in my head has been referring to her as a her this whole time.
I let it slip, and then I just didn't care anymore. It's a female assassin. Ooh.
But now we know it's not Sword Guy from the subway train.
It is not Sword Guy from the subway train unless he got implants. But yes, which is possible. So yeah, you do get a little cut. You draw a little bit of blood through the suit and damage the suit. At that point, she's gonna pull out a gun, a handgun, and shoot at you twice. And you can do your reflex dodging here. Give me 2 of those evasion rolls.
Aye. Are they coming through?
They have not as of yet. Oh, there's one.
Because they looking good.
So yeah, what happens is she puts the gun up, and you're like that, and you're like that, and then that's that. She missed both shots. More precisely, you dodge both shots. And then our driver Levite, go ahead and give me an easy check here to just not accidentally like bump into them or the wall or something. Just give me a nice DC 13 boat check.
Well,
That's a
I don't
touch.
have fate points. This is not war. This is not Thursday night. I
not Thursday night.
have to stick with that. That is an 8, but that is definitely not a 13.
Once you botch, you actually roll a negative, don't you?
Yeah,
A
you roll
negative die?
another D10 and subtract it.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah,
you go
that's-
negative, bad things happen. So it's -6.
No, it's not good. It's not a -6 because remember, this doesn't keep track of the +8.
Yeah, I know.
So that was a 9 that was brought down to a 3.
Yeah, so it's a 3. So you got a 3 driving a boat, which is really not something you want driving a boat. So like a drunk baby, you just sort of you're like you hit the wave from the jet ski. She like revved the gas because she's fighting somebody. And
Honestly, I was just so full of myself after that amazing move that I did that I just took my hands off the wheel and
Did
just
you guys see that?
started steering with my dick. And
We're also not 100% sure that it's not Mardi Gras right now, so I'm just going to leave that there.
it could be It
Exactly.
could be a parade. You never know.
nope.
But yeah, so you hit the wall along the side and kind of fuck up the boat a bit. It's gonna take some damage, and you lose a little bit of that distance. Now you go back a distance category, so you're no longer in melee range of this thing. But also, since you are a nomad and you are staring with your cyber mind, you can still take actions. Driving doesn't take your action.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do have a heavy pistol.
You can shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot. I'm gonna try to shoot at the jet ski to try to cause some damage. So that I'm not, I'm not trying to hit you, Corp. I'm not trying to hit you. I don't want to hurt you.
There is always that chance, but only if you like really fuck up your roll.
Yeah.
I'm tough. I can handle it.
Yeah, and I actually, for whatever reason, I am much better at shooting a heavy pistol than I am at driving a boat.
The drunk baby license.
That is my drunk baby life. Where is this freaking skill? Where are you? Heavy weapons? No. Shoulder arms? No. Where are you? Where? Come. Handgun. There you are. Range weapon. 13. All right. So I get a 13 bonus to this D10. I'm gonna do real good, and I'm gonna hit the freaking not the gas tank. I don't want this thing to explode with homeboy on it.
So that's a crit, actually. So this time you do the exact opposite. This time you roll another d10 and add it. Oh my god! What in the hell?
You also got a +1 from the chat.
I was so embarrassed that I
Cap-
was like, fuck it, I'm finishing this.
Captain Grimley has boomed you. So you're going to shoot the shit out of this jet ski. Go ahead and do...
Yo, thanks, Captain Grimley.
Yeah, go ahead and
It's
do
like
your
a
damage. Let me see how much you do.
Captain Grimley.
It is 4...
Is that how you pronounce that?
It is. 4d6.
4d6. Yeah, I got that somewhere. Do I have... Interesting. Why is it 4d6? I got 3d6 for the heavy pistol.
Oh, I thought you said very heavy.
Nah. I'm
Then
not
yeah,
that
3d6.
cool. 3d6. Here we go. 3d6. Look at that. 10.
10 damage. Okay, so it's going to tear through. You absolutely hit this jet ski. No problem.
Right in the engine?
It starts leaking some stuff. Yeah. You do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then you have a heavy pistol. Heavy pistols can shoot twice.
Well, guess who's shooting twice because he's feeling ballsy? That's a 17.
17. That will hit.
Go. Rolling that damage again. 3d6, and not so great on that damage.
Was that 5?
Yeah, just 5.
All right, so the thing starts to smoke, but you do avoid hitting 3 to 3rd, who is on the thing. Brecht, would you like to go now?
Sure. So the state of things is the jet ski is damaged. The assassin is on the jet ski, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And so is 3 and a 3rd.
And so is 3 and the 3rd. I would like to jump on the jet ski and try to, I guess, grapple the assassin.
Can we do a weight check for Brecht? I'm just kidding.
You, at this distance, you will need to use your grapple hand, but since you have a grapple hand, you absolutely can do that.
Nice. I want to grapple hand this.
So go ahead and give the athletics check.
All right. Oh, no.
That's an absolute 0.
They don't even print those on the real life dice, man.
I mean, I punched myself in the face with my grapple hand?
Yeah, so the grapple hand shoots off and then, like, hits something and just... and you get hit in the head. You're going to take, like, some mild damage here. I'm going to go ahead and give you, like a 3.
Gotcha.
3 damage. You get hit in the face with your own grapple hand. And you're like, oh, shit. But that doesn't count as your action. So you can still go. That was just like your move check.
Yeah, nobody saw that.
There's a bunch of people up on the canal taking pictures. Like, hey, did you see that? Breck just hit him. No, I'm just kidding.
Did he get tagged again after our Banh Mi fiasco?
You're more famous. Then, I mean, then I'm gonna jump in the water and try to swim over there. Can I do that?
As soon as you jump in the water, you're going to be going from 60 miles an hour to however fast you can swim. So you're going to, like, lose that very quick.
I was picturing this differently. Then, yeah, I'm going to... Can I try to shoot... I want to call a shot.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to shoot the steering column.
Okay, you want to make a called shot to the steering column. It's going to be at a -8.
I would like to use all of my luck.
All your remaining
Yes,
luck.
that's
How
right.
much
There's
is that?
12 minutes left. Let's do this.
How many luck points do we get?
You start off with 7, I believe.
It's on your character sheet. I actually only have 5 luck.
Oh.
Yeah, it depends on your stat in it.
I see. I have 7.
Okay, so yeah, you use 7. So you get +7, you get -8. So you're at a -1 here.
I want to look back at him and tell him that it's not advisable, but hell yeah, regardless.
You just kind of look at him, kind of knowing what's coming somehow, and like you can feel it. You feel it. You're like, uh-oh. You see him point his gun at a weird place. But yeah, go ahead and do this.
Oh. To attack.
Oh
Critical!
God.
Oh my god! He rolled a 31. That's like god level crit.
He could have hit from
Oh.
2 football fields away.
At least.
He like
At
flips
least.
out of a boat at 60 miles an hour, eats shit across the water, tumbling, pulls his gun out, lands, takes a breath, and fires through the steering
Yeah,
column.
both of the dice were 10s. I just looked. You can look at what the roll breakdown is. He rolled 2 10s. So, yeah, so it goes right through the steering column. You see this happen, and you and the assassin look at each other. I'll give you time to react here. The jet ski is going forward, but then as soon as the column's gone, it goes like this. It turns sideways while going forward full speed. It's going to roll. You know this. You can try to not die. You can try. I believe in you. It's not his life or death as I'm making it sound, but it is pretty. It's gonna be cool.
It is fate.
May I,
Yeah.
now that we are within,
You
we were
do
within
have
close range of the
action.
jet ski. I do. I have one more. Can I jump off this boat and tackle him and the assassin off of the jet ski before this turns into a tumbling, horrible situation? We just grab the group and fall in the water.
You can try.
That's what I'm going to try.
Try.
I'm going to try to brace the fall for everybody.
Can I also try to jump at him when he does that to increase the chances of success?
Yeah, you can try. You can try and get the assassin off with you. You guys, he'll give you a +1 to this roll.
All right. I'm feeling good. I don't have any luck left, but this is all right.
Athletics. Oh, you just got a +1.
18 athletics plus
2.
1 from the chat. 2 from the chat.
1 from the chat and one
No,
from
one from the chat.
one from.
So the 19. 19 altogether. Thank you. Look at Captain Grimley's in here slinging points today.
Slinging
Captain Grimley's
points.
playing with us tonight.
But yeah, so you jump off
So
to try.
I dive off of the moving boat and wrap my arms around both of them and bring the whole pile of us into the water to brace from that horrible roll that's about to happen that's going to send jet ski shrapnel all over this harbor.
Yeah, so the jet ski goes, and then that's when you see the children's field trip. No, I'm just.
The fiberglass frame rips as the engine hurtles right towards the children's school trip. It ignites in the air.
No, it crashes into it crashes into the dock. You see the guy on the dock. He's like, oh, and he just dives out of the way. You know how it goes. And then birds fly past the camera.
I just pictured Jahan as the guy on the dock. He's the guy diving out of the way.
Me too. That's exactly what I
They
saw.
deny
Yes.
me
He
my
was like, "Oh
workman's
no,
comp.
it's corporate shit. What are they gonna do?"
You dove off the dock, and off the dock is not corporate
It's
property.
not corporate property, so now I'm liable for my own medical expenses. Look what
You
you
were fired
did.
right before you hit the surface tension. They fired you right before that moment, right before
So-
contact.
The moment you left the ground, you were fired because nothing in your job description says you should be jumping.
Son of a bitch.
It's a union gig. You weren't the jumper, man. It's not you. Get the fuck out of here.
In the behind the scenes, you guys have ruined this guy's life. But all of you bob to the surface. Levite pulls up,
Yeah, I sure do.
and you guys have the assassin.
I don't have a grapple arm, so you gotta get up on this boat yourselves. Sorry.
We'll climb up on the boat, and I do still have handcuffs because I came prepared. I carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, so my other pair is on that guy who got shot in the head.
Yeah, it's on
Back on the yep, but we can go back and get those.
I also lied. I totally have a grapple gun. I just checked my inventory. I lied again to all of your faces. But I don't have handcuffs. Well done, Montana. Thank you for being on top of that shit.
The lawman.
But yeah, you handcuff her, and you guys are on the boat. Now
All right. Now I need to figure out who hired you.
Who hired you? Did that work?
She's just you can see her just kind of staring ahead through
Just,
her mask.
I was gonna say, yeah. Does she have like one of the black motorcycle helmets on with the black visor, so you can't tell what she looks like?
She has one of those like chi blocker masks on from Avatar: Legend of Korra. It's like one of those
Take
skin
that
tight
shit off,
masks with the
man.
goggles.
Yeah, I'll rip the mask off.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull out my sword and hold it to her throat.
I'm gonna pull mine out and hold it ready.
I'm gonna check.
You have revealed the face of a very beautiful woman. She has that. She has the white hair. It's bright purple. It comes on when the mask comes off. She has the classic bad girl scar across the eye.
This is a small boat. You guys can put those swords away. She's not going anywhere in those cuffs.
Does she have a schnoz?
She has a nose, yes.
But like a schnoz.
Man, is she noseless, bro?
But she does
Is
have
she
it.
Voldemort?
She has a normal nose.
God damn it! All right,
Fuck.
that's fine.
Were you trying to find out if she was a Jewish girl? Was that what you were asking in like the most,
That is
like the worst roundabout way ever? The most racially insensitive
Straightforward
way.
to me.
I know it's fine when you do it, but man, if I asked if that's how someone was Jewish, that would not
She
be
does
okay.
not
with me.
appear to be a member of the tribe.
Yeah. What's your character's name, Gary? And what's my character's name, Gary?
I'm a Jewish Jack. Thanks for asking.
Officer Semitism, man.
They call me Shalom.
Shabbat.
Shalom Shabbat. But yeah, so she doesn't appear. If anything, she appears to be. She does appear to be Middle Eastern of some kind, but maybe Lebanese.
Is that relevant to the terms still in the day and age? Like the content is still, they're all where they're supposed to be?
I mean, they still do have. Yeah, they still have countries and borders and stuff like that. It is different. But it was more of like a physical descriptor. But yeah, you have this assassin, and she doesn't say a word.
Well, I put away my sword. I'm not the intimidating type anyway. I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. So, yeah, have fun.
I'll put my sword away as well, but sit directly next to her, staring forward.
You guys will both stare off into space together. You guys will putter up to a dock. There will be some workers about. And it is there that we're going to go ahead and call it.
Oh my god. That was the quickest 3 hours of my life.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, we're glad you got in, Leighton. Glad you got in.
Hey, I'm glad that you busted in with your dope ass spin-a-rooney spin boat super safe maneuver.
Yeah, before you guys get any answers, we're going to go ahead and call it. We've been fresh out the boxes with Cyberpunk Episode 2. Tune in next week, Wednesday at 8 Central for Episode 3. And tune in tomorrow for Warhammer Fantasy Role-Playing Game. Also at 8 o'clock Central Time. I've been Johanan, your GM.
Join us for something on Friday at 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. We're working out the details. I'm Casualty CDG. You can call me Gary. Follow me on Twitter at Casualty CDG. You can click the green heart down on the screen to follow me on Twitch. Find us here for all your tabletop role-playing needs.
Bye, everybody. Oh, you want to say
Bye,
something?
friends. I'm late now. You'll see me tomorrow. That's my.
Lane will be here tomorrow, yeah. Everyone have a good week, and we'll see you soon.
Peace.
You can, it's LT Schlamuel's common spelling, right?